Guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I will be going over the best long-term investments I believe that can be made right now. Of course, as we all know, the market is still quite soft, so that does leave a lot of great opportunity for longer-term investments, because of course, you know, if you believe in the long-term longevity of the sports card market, now is a great buying opportunity as usual. During all the dips, you see a lot of good opportunity. But before we get into that, I do want to say a little bit about my Sports Card Invest membership program, because recently we've been absolutely killing it. We recently launched our ultra high-end membership, and we were buying up these 1996 Topps Chrome boxes for just around $20,000 to $25,000 in around April, beginning of April. And most recently, they're selling for between $45,000 and $50,000 on all marketplaces. So that's quite a lot of money we made there with our high-end members. Our platinum members, of course, have been doing very well as well. So if you guys would like to join in on the profit with us, make sure to click the link down below to sportscardsinvest.com if you would like to join. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop right into this video. So one of the players that I personally believe is, a good time to get into is Dwyane Wade. Of course, as we've seen with Scottie Pippen and, of course, Dennis Rodman, there's so much long-term relevance with players like Wade who are so closely tied to, one of the GOATs, right? So Wade is, of course, very closely tied to LeBron. He was a part of LeBron's Big Three. Of course, he won championships with LeBron in Miami. So there's definitely a lot of long-term relevance that I believe will be on Dwyane Wade. So, of course, whether it's documentaries, whether it's just in every single conversation about LeBron, about his greatness, you're likely going to mention Dwyane Wade's name. So I think he's just going to hold a lot of long-term relevance. His cards are fairly cheap right now for an MVP, for a three-time champion. For the player, Wade was one of the best shooting guards of all time. I believe that this is just, incredibly undervalued. Of course, LeBron's 2003 Topps Chrome will always make 2003 Topps Chrome one of the most important sets in the sports card market. So I believe that's going to really benefit Dwyane Wade's Topps Chrome card as well. And what the current prices are, I just see hardly any risk, but a lot of upside. So I certainly believe Wade is a very good investment right now. And another very good investment I believe right now you can make is Steph Curry. So of course, Steph Curry, his cards have been still down quite a lot, but in general, his have been able to hold up a little bit better because he's played so well recently. Firstly, one reason is that Steph Curry's cards are very scarce. 2009, in general, was a very, it wasn't printed too much. So a lot of these are very short print. His refractors are out of just 500. His normal Topps Chrome is out of 999. So a lot of people, there's even a lot of opportunity on the lower end side because a lot of people cannot afford these cards and they're going to be looking for lower end Steph Curry's to invest in. Of course, Steph led one of the best teams in NBA history. They have the best record in NBA history. He's totally changed the game. He's a pioneer of the game. He's a fan favorite. I just think the relevance for Steph long term is going to be there. Of course, he's one of the few current players who I think has a chance to become a top 10 player of all time by the time they retire. So just so much, accolades he's come up on. First unanimous MVP, of course, two-time MVP, three-time champion. Like I said, one of the best teams in NBA history was assembled through him. I believe it's a great time overall to get into Steph's rare cards. And then a lot of other cards that I believe are great investments involve autos. So, of course, Kobe, unfortunately, will never be able to sign again. So his autos long term I believe are going to do incredibly well, just because demand is so hot on Kobe memorabilia, and of course supply on most of these autos are very, very low and scarce. So I think the same with LeBron. He doesn't sign much at all. So I think LeBron in general, his autos are going to do, incredibly well, no matter what auto, in my opinion. As on card, of course, is what I really go for. So I think, of course, these are a little bit higher end for a lot of folks, but I still think these are going to do very, very well long term. And I just think there's so much growth to be had considering his Topps Chrome prices, his Topps Chrome refractors. I think there's a lot of growth in the autograph market. And then, of course, I'm always going for Michael Jordan autos. Whatever it is, whatever fits your price budget. I think that's, if you can afford these, this is an incredible buy long term, I believe. Of course, Jordan does not sign much anymore, of course. I don't think he does sign anymore. So just, demand is going to be there long term. Supply is very, very low on most of these. So if you can find a nice high-end pro jersey Michael Jordan on-card auto, that, in my opinion, long term, that's going to go to the moon. When there's a big break and when prices are going down or up or whatever it is, the demand for Jordan will always be there. The demand for autos will always be there. So I certainly believe this is a very good buy. And then another little kind of strategy I'm taking right now is from the globalization of sports cards. Sports cards are really going global right now. European markets seeing great growth. We see that when soccer prices are going up. If soccer prices are going up, good chances a lot of Europeans are getting into, sports cards right now. A lot of people worldwide in general are getting into sports cards right now. And, arguably the best European basketball player of all time is Dirk Nowitzki. So I think there's a lot of room for growth in Dirk's cards. Of course, he's one of the best power forwards of all time. Just a lot of long-term relevance with Dirk. He obviously brought that championship to Dallas, and he will always be known as one of the best European players of all time. So I think that's a very good buy. And alongside Dirk, of course, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, a lot of these guys, I think, have great long-term growth. Just because, they're international, they're fan favorites, in Europe. And as Europe grows, a lot of collectors will want, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, and Dirk Nowitzki in my eyes. So I definitely think, all the international stars are going to see great growth. I even think Yao Ming is a great buy. He's just so relevant, I feel. Yao Ming certainly has, always had a buzz around his name. Of course, being likely the best Asian player of all time. So I think this is a great, great buy if you can get into some of these right now. But that's pretty much going to wrap up the video today. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section below what else you guys are buying during this dip. But other than that, thank you all for watching, and I'm out. Peace.